Over the weekend, it was International Boxing Day, and our next guest is here in the studio. She is making her way to Dubai to be a part of the Lucky Punch boxing-based fitness classes. They're going to be held at the Aura Skypool, which is the world's highest 360-degree infinity pool. There are going to be some big events on the 30th of August coming up in a couple of nights. You can get details on the website auraskypool.com. But our next guest, originally from Tunisia, she now calls the great city of Berlin home. She's a WBU World Champion, WBC International Champion, Ikram Kerwat. Thank you very much for joining us here in the studio. What a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. Thank you. I have to add something. And the WBF World Champion.
Okay, I'm going to add this again.
Year.
WBF World Champion as well. World champ. Congratulations on all your success. We'll get you to come forward just a bit closer to the mic. Growing up in Tunisia, where did your love for boxing come from?
Oh my God. I was always an athlete since I was a little girl. So I started at the age of 4 with judo, and I became at the age of 11 African champion in judo. But in between, it was actually a personal reason, a very personal reason.
Who were you angry at? That's
kind of. So, actually, it was at the age of 9, and I had to make a decision in my life at that early, young age. And, and boxing popped in. And I was like, this is it. Definitely, this is what I need. This is what I'm going to do. And I saw myself as a world champion since I was a little girl. I knew it.
Well, what's the importance of visualizing and manifesting? Because if you could say, I saw myself as a champion from a little girl, is that how much of that success? Well, what your strength of your forearms there? What are we seeing here?
I got goosebumps only when you say visualizing, because to visualize, to have imagination, everything starts with a thought that you have in your mind and only you see it. And a lot of people just don't pay attention to it. But if you pay attention to it and you follow these thoughts, you follow your inner voice, you follow your guts feeling, and then that leads you to the greatness. And this is exactly what happened to me. I knew, I felt it, I smelled it, I tasted, I felt I'm going to be a world champion one day, definitely. And imagination is so important. Even now when we do shadow boxing, it's not only just throwing punches or whatever. You have to imagine there's really an opponent in front of you. Boxing is a chess match, just faster.
Wow, I mean, I love the way you described it. Boxing's a chess match, just faster. But many a times, and I would want to talk about this, that women in sport, when they choose their sport, it is generally a decision of the parents. Many a times, because they think that, I would want my girls to play these sports and not contact sports or combat sports. This decision is never an easy decision to get into boxing.
Never.
What are the challenges that you faced?
I can tell you my own story. My mom was always against it. Mm-hmm. Like my biggest fight, and the first fight I really had, and the biggest was actually to fight my mom, and not like hitting my mom. Don't get me wrong, people. I don't mean it like that, but she was always against it, and I had to fight for my dream, literally. Mm-hmm. So yes, it's hard, but you have to follow it. It doesn't matter. You have to go this way. If you have a feeling, if you have a vision, if you have a dream, go for it. And this is, the difference. If it is easy, everyone would make it. True. Everyone would do it.
But when you first make the decision, I want to do boxing, were there other female fighters to go up against, or were you fighting against the boys for a lot of the time? Well, like at an early age, how hard was it to find a competitive program to be a part of?
Yeah, it is really hard for women to become a world champion or a great boxer, because you always have to spar guys, and the guy is always the loser at that case, at that point. If he punched, you're a guy. If he don't punch, you get hit by a woman. So it doesn't matter what he do. Guys, I'm so sorry, but you messed it up. So it is really hard. It is, but it's possible.
And were the guys scared?
Where's the will, there's a way.
You see, I want to know if the guys were scared to spar against you, because if they got hit, I mean, that's an embarrassment if they're a teenager that they wouldn't want to live down.
Yes, they take it like really personally.
Yeah.
Like, I can't get hit. And then they get hit, and then, shit, I got hit. And it goes like that all the time. So it is, but at the same time, boxing it's a teacher. It's a great teacher. It teaches you to be aware. It teaches you to be patient. Like all about patience. Like you can't get hit and I need to answer and react emotionally to it. You have to calm down, see the big picture, the whole picture. Okay, what I can do, how he react or how she react to this and that. It's a chess match.
And when it comes down to the skill of boxing, it's probably not at the height it was, because I think there's been some dodgy promoters over the years, and we've seen the rise of the octagon, and MMA has kind of taken away a lot of boxing's audience in the last 10 or so years. Globally, what do you think boxing needs to do more to be able to, retain its position as one of the premier sports?
Yeah. Well, first of all, especially female boxing, it is really on the horizon. Like it gets better and better and better, but still we have a lot of work to do. And a lot of people say, female boxing is getting better, but there's still a lot to do, a lot. And what we need to do to not be took over from the UFC or MMA is the promoter have to think less about their self and think more about the boxer, because we are the ones. Like imagine the first world title that I won in Pensacola. I'm in Germany, the first and only female boxer who ever won a world title outside Germany. Like this is history. So that's the first.
Pensacola, Florida?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and the half of my face, the whole left half was broke. Like really, I had plates in my face, and I was asking the doctor, can you put everything like Iron Woman, something like that? Just put my skin on it. So like nothing has happened, but it's a difficult sport. So when we put our life on the line, even in the contract, when you sign the contract, like it says it can cause you death. And the promoters and the managers, they think only about how they can get the max out of it, how they can burn out the fighters. A fighter have to work. Beside his work, he have to work out, prepare mentally, physically, emotionally, everything. But who is earning the money? Promoter,
True.
Manager, matchmaker. And you get nothing, and the money you get, you have to pay tax. It depends what country you are. Well, if you're in Germany, you messed it up.
Well, you come out from Germany, and you are here in Dubai to be a part of Lucky Punch.
Yeah.
You can be down there on the 30th of August at 8 p.m. There's going to be ladies only based fitness classes, but you are continuing to do more of those with Lucky Punch at certain locations. For someone like Neil, now Neil's the fitness guy here, strength and conditioning coach, personal trainer, never done boxing.
Amazing.
Never done boxing.
Why not?
Yeah,
How
that's
you
what
can
I kept
be
saying.
an amazing trainer like that, you never done boxing.
See, this is what it is. See, my choice of sport has been cricket. Okay, and I've worked with a lot of girls starting with the age of 7, 8, upwards and onwards. But yeah, like Kitch mentioned, I've never done any combat sports. No boxing, no judo, nothing. Not because of any lack of facilities or anything. It's just that, like you mentioned, your half face was broken. My face is too pretty to be tried with.
No, it doesn't have to be broken. Sometimes, like really the most accidents and the most harmful, painful stuff happens at the house or outside or whatever, So it doesn't have to be in boxing. It was just an example about the question you asked, what we need to do.
Right.
Because we sacrifice our health, time, life, everything, and put everything on the line for a manager who tried to earn more than the fighter himself. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
That was the answer about it. But it doesn't mean that this have to happen. So the first rule in boxing is actually protect yourself at all times.
Okay.
Hit and not get hit.
Okay.
As much as you can. That means defense, offense, feints, traps, everything. So, and there's a business boxing too. There's a fitness boxing too.
Okay.
You can use it. With boxing, your self-esteem grows. You grow, your abilities, yourself, how to control your power, what you can, so nobody can just provoke, like so easy, you're like whatever, just, it's okay. Right. I hear you talking, because you know what you can and what you don't. You trust yourself, you know how to trust, you learn how to trust yourself.
Yeah.
And this is so important. Beside all that, you lose so much weight in a very short of time. What Lucky Punch is doing is amazing. To the beats, to the music, having fun at the same time, not knowing how much weight you lose, and not knowing how powerful you get, not only muscle wise but mentally wise, everything.
Yeah,
So
things have
it's
changed
amazing.
from you never started off doing the running in the garbage bags or anything like you used to see a lot of boxers do. You know,
I boxed
things
I
have
boxed
changed a
every-
lot. But looking at on the work that you're doing, you're here with Lucky Punch, and we might even try and have to get Neil down there at some point.
Yeah.
You speak about training. What's the importance of having a great team around you as an athlete? Because you've got a great coach, Roy Jones Jr., one of the all-time, blue label boxers. How important is it to have you someone with his experience and his mental ability to be able to be in your corner?
Listen, I am very religious, and if it meant to be, or let me say it this way, if God wants you to be alone because you can handle everything alone, he wouldn't create all these human beings, right? So we need each other. It's like you have great family. The environment's like
Well,
this.
sometimes. Yeah.
No, but you need it, because imagine we have over billions of cells in our body. We are a cell. So if the environment of the cell is toxic, bad, negative, all of that, the cell will die or get sick, right? The same if you have the wrong people around you, people who don't believe in you, people who don't pushing you, people who not supporting you, they're gonna drown you down. This is exactly what's gonna happen. This is why environment is the most important thing. Don't waste your time with people who are not on the same page as you. Period.
Can you follow?
Woman, man, young kids, youngest, biggest, it doesn't matter who.
Ikram, can you just follow me around in my life each day? I think I need you just to follow me everywhere I go.
I know that this is like, one of those inspiring podcasts that you listen to when you're
Yeah.
out for a run, when you've had a bad day, but you need to listen to something that'll help you see through.
We all have
not
bad
just
days.
that
Don't
day.
you think because I talk like that I have these days every day? I have these bad days too. And then the important environment pops up, and then you have to have those people in your life who support you. Today I support you. Tomorrow
Right.
you support me.
True, but
You
then
know, this is
tell
how
me
it
something.
goes.
You've coming in to train people here. You have a coach for yourself, but as a coach, as someone who's training, you have a bunch of students or people who are learning from you. You've had a bad day, and this happens with me quite a few times when I go out coaching about 20 girls who are in the gym training with them. I've had a bad day, but I need to be switched on so that my bad feelings or emotions don't turn out for them. It does become challenging.
It
And-
does become challenging, but you know how I do it? It is really very simple, and I recommend everybody to do it, really, because if you're religious or not. But if I have a bad day and I have to work out with people, or I have to take care of my kids,
Yeah, kids are here in the studio
and they
as well.
listen, I love my kids to death. Really, there's nothing anything that can replace my kids. Never ever in life. But raising kids is challenging. But at the same time, God must trust me so much to give me huge responsibility like this. God must trust you and me and every single one who is working and doing something so much to know you are able to handle this.
Right.
When you go to train these people and you're not on the good mood, just look at them, and they are inspiring to you at
Yeah.
that moment too. Like, these guys get up in the morning, they know they have a class, they show up for me.
They show up.
They show up for me. So what the hell you think you can say, oh, I'm in a bad mood today?
Yeah.
No, I don't care.
50% of success is just showing up.
Which is so true.
Showing up, and it's a mental thing. Like we just arrived this morning, almost 7 o'clock in the morning. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. We had delayed. We were like 3 hours almost delayed, and we were traveling like really with kids the whole day, like about 15 hours almost. So I had a little bit of rest. I got up, I went with the kids outside, and now I'm here. And I'm inspired by you guys. You came from me. She came from me to pick me up. Who am I to say, I don't feel like it today?
Oh, you're the WBF world champion. That's who you are.
Yeah. But still,
Well, it's great to have you here. Have your infectious energy. This is part of Lucky Punch. If you want to be a part of it, soon there will be AM and PM sessions at the Aura Skypool, the world's highest 360-degree infinity pool.
Amazing.
It's going to be throughout September. Boxing fitness sessions, that's where you get the headphones on and the music's pumping, and then you can learn how to punch properly in the bag.
And nobody feel disturbed from the outside. Nobody says, oh, turn the music down, or oh my God, these people, or whatever. This is so amazing. It's a great idea. And I had the class in Switzerland. It was amazing. It was packed, fully booked. They inspired me, I guess, more than I inspired them. And I'm so excited to give the class tomorrow. People, listen. Jump into the homepage, Aura Skypool, get your tickets. Really, there's only a few spots left. And it's going to be amazing. You won't forget this for a long, long time.
Ikram Kerwat, thank you for coming in and sharing your passion and your infection. It's great to have you here. The WBU World Champion, the WBC International Champion, the WBF World Champion.
There you go.
He got it.
And if you do want to be a part of the event, it is kicking off with a ladies-only boxing fitness class at Aura Skypool. Then it goes into September with AM and PM classes. For details, auraskypool.com. Congratulations again, and thank you for joining us here on Talk 100.3.
Ladies, don't be afraid to box. It is really amazing. It is.
Yeah, Neil, don't be afraid either.
That's right.
Don't be afraid. We're going to have a sparring session.